The streets are saying that the marriage between Brat and Judy, Jessica Dupart, is going into shambles. She might as well just let you in on her dark evil past, and why she decided to drop Judy's big behind. But is the Brat really want to speak on anyone's past, given her own nasty past?
It was so quick that it just happened. Like the bottle just on top of my head. Before I can do it, I'm just standing there, just relaxed and just open.
I'm going to need y'all to get seated and grab yourself some popcorn, because this is one hot stanking mess. Okay, unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably seen the rumors floating around claiming that the Brat and Judy are headed for a divorce. Allegedly, the Brat also wants full custody of their son. And for her to get full custody, she may have to prove that True would be better off with her than with Judy. And that's where Judy's diabolical evil ways come in.
Don't ignore me. Bad enough my child can't get a "What's up, Lil James? How you doing? How things going?" You know, all he got was lies like, "Hey, I'm going to take you here for your birthday." Never happened. "I'm going to take you here just because." Never happened. Everything y'all seen my child get, that's all he got. Everything that y'all seen him get. If y'all didn't see him get it, he didn't get it.
For those who recall, Lil James went viral when he was around 67 for being hilarious. And Judy reached out to his family, as she has done with many children before, to try to ride their coattails to promote her products. Apparently, once things were not going the way she wanted them to, she turned on Lil James and told him he wasn't funny. Sources were actually saying that she had this baby, believing he was a failure. And based on how the mom spoke about the situation, Judy was pure evil. And to make matters worse, she locked Lil James in some contract to siphon the money he made to her. To add on to that, Lil James' mom also talked about the contract situation, and it was actually worse than what was already out there.
Don't forget, she told me to quit my job. She got me for me to go work at her warehouse. Oh yeah. Sis was shipping out them products to make a little change for her churn, because what she was giving was not enough. So yeah, it was right. It don't tell you nothing, because I ended up watching it. So it was, "I'm going to pay your rent," which is $1,400. It was $1,400. "I'm going to pay you $1,500 for pro." We were supposed to be getting money off the shirts, but that went left real fast. And plus, it was pointless, because once we got the first big walk back of the shirts, she took us off dump for putting the money into the shirts. Then, like, amount went for shipping and handling. And what was left, we had to split that in half. Although we was the ones going in that warehouse shipping out the shirts, sending the emails. It was, yeah. I get half, you get the other half, because we business partners. But once business partners moved, after she told me she would not move and leave me there by myself, it's like, girl, I don't have time for you. Like, I'm about to just get this one on to do this job, this one on to do this job. Only job we had was do the 4 posts for $1,500 a month and learn how to work TikTok.
Allegedly, other than the situation with Lil James, another thing the Brat is bringing to light is how a child drowned in Judy's pool. And while it may have been an accident, what people found disturbing was how Judy tried to frustrate the mom and threw her former assistant and ex-best friend Shia Salik under the bus. There was even a lawsuit that was filed by the mom for wrongful death, and it clearly shows how Judy put the entire blame on Shia. For a bit of background, in the summer of 2018, Judy offered Shia a job with Kaleidoscope and asked her to move to New Orleans. She described her as her assistant, but Sheena did not have a specific job title and was not limited to getting cups of coffee. She provided event coordination services like arranging flights and hotel accommodations, and also helped manage Kaleidoscope operations by paying bills and handling invoices. Shia even provided her opinion with respect to the company's marketing. and would overall perform a range of various duties whenever she needed to, according to the lawsuit, the 4-year-old child of Bovian, KIA Joan Juliet Walker, drowned in Judy's pool on September 5, 2019, and on August 5, 2020, Judy was sued for wrongful death and survival damages resulting from Andy's death. What happened was that on that fateful day, Andy's mom arrived at Judy's Lakeview houses in New Orleans to do her makeup. Shannon Solik worked with Judy at the time and was the one who had previously contacted KIA Walker to schedule Judy's makeup session. And Shia answered the door when she arrived. Apparently, the Lakeview home included a backyard with a swimming pool that did not have a security fence or covering. When KIA went with Andy into the house, she proceeded to a bedroom where Judy was already working with a personal stylist. KIA then began setting up for the makeup session, and Andy asked if she could see the house of swimming pool. Based on the law lawsuit, Judy said she would accompany Andy to the pool once her mom finished applying her makeup. But before her makeup was complete, she told Shia, bring Andy to the pool while I get my makeup done. So at some point after Andy left with Shia, Andy returned to the bedroom very quickly, maybe like a minute or two after leaving, and then Andy departed a second time shortly after returning. KI presumed that Shayna was still monitoring Andy, but roughly 10 to 15 minutes after Andy left the room for a second time, Shia returned to the bedroom without Andy. When Shia returned, KIA questioned Shia as to Andy's whereabouts, and Shayna stated that she did not know where Andy was. KIA then rushed to the pool. But Andy had sadly already drowned now, and how the assistant and former BFF was set up. So in response to the lawsuit, there was a lot of information pointing to how Shaw was the one who was watching Andy. And while Kaleidoscope argued that Shayna didn't have a duty of care, Kaleidoscope also argued that summary judgment was proper because Shayna was not in the course and scope of employment with Kaleidoscope at the time of Andy's death. Basically, they were trying to remove any and all responsibility from Judy and Kaleidoscope. In fact, Judy also filed a motion, arguing that there were no facts or information that supported the proposition that she was liable for the alleged conduct of Shia. And she further maintained that she owed no duty to Andy. It gets even messier, because obviously after that incident, Shia and Judy started feuding, and a couple of years later, Judy names her son True Legend. For those who recall, 1 year after the Brat and Judy got married, the Brat announced that they were expecting their first child too. Together, the baby was conceived through IVF using Judy's egg and the sperm from an anonymous donor from a cryobank. The Brat even said about the pregnancy at the time, I never thought I was going to have kids. I just thought it wasn't in the cards. For me, I've had a great career, a full life. I felt like because I didn't get pregnant earlier on, then it just wasn't going to happen for me. I can't believe he came out of me. Feels like a dream. He's perfect in every way. The journey to motherhood has been more amazing than we could have ever imagined. But guess what? Shia has 2 sons named True and Legend. Coincidence? I don't think so. I'm honestly knowing Judy. She probably named her son after her ex-BFF sons with full knowledge as some weirdo moth to seem dominant over another woman like she knows the names of Sheena's kids. So why would she name her son after both her sons, knowing very well what happened between them? And I know that True and Legend are pretty common names nowadays, so I would understand if it was one name, but 2 names to a lot of people. This only proved that Judy has always been diabolical and evil. Baby Shia definitely saw what was happening there, and she responded in a post saying, there are so many names in the world. My 2 sons' names did not have to be it. I advise you to back off. I don't do well with demons trying to attack my children. I am ready for war at this point. One name, I would say okay. So many people have that name. But to take both of their names, all negativity will be blocked. My page, my peace, my kids, don't mention others on this post. Now in a different post, Shia also threatened to expose Judy's evil ways when she wrote, I'm so fed up with you and your wicked ways. I've kept quiet for years, no matter how many paid interviews or blogs wanted to. But you name your child after my children. Now you are going way too far.